When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Canes will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Duke's offense will be first on the attack. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Blue Devils want to move quickly. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most. And that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the year.
Turning it on! Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Canes are marching down the field. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
We knew this offense wanted to come into this one establishing the run, guys. They didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front. And this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
7-2-0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Turns it on in midfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to go.
And the ball's out there after it. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? The Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Finds him out of the backfield, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught in the backfield, it's Brooks. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Brooks. At the 45 on his way. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
And the Hurricanes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught behind the line. It's Johns. It's a seam wide. Touchdown, Miami. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They're going to throw it to start the drive. That's reeled in. It's Adams. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You don't oftentimes say you need to score a touchdown in the first quarter, but when you're losing 21-0 in the first, they had to score right there, and they did. Nice job by the offense, executing on the drive, punctuating it with a touchdown. Now their defense has got to finally wake up and get a stop.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. The Canes with the 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. To the air on second down. That's caught. It's Adams. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This offense has it with really good field position. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They get to him as he throws. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. The Hurricanes Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Brooks. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Pulls and fires complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's looking to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Unloads it left. Zips it out to his man. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10 from the 33. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. And the Blue Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Unloads to the right. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Push down for the tackle. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Johns. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball.
Fires one high and deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Moving out of the pocket. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hurricanes! I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man quickly. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pucks it out of the air. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Makes it past the marker. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brooks. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. A little screen to the running back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. To the air on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's second and long. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. On the run, fires downfield. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Got it behind the line. It's Adams. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella
breaks into the open. The 30, the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miami!
And that's the danger on defense about playing this guy. You've got to keep him in the pocket. If you let him get outside, he can hurt you throwing it, or he can take off and kill you. And that's what he did right there. Moving forward, they have got to do a better job containing this QB.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Look out, he's got room. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johns. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Buying some time. Lets it fly. He's got him wide open. Turning on the Jets. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Hurricane.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Wade. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. He'll pull it on the read. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. And the Blue Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Blue Devils have this offense rolling. He's got an open man, and he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Creates a little room. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finding open areas. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Flying down the left side. The 20. Touchdown, Canes. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners. Takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Tootin. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. Field goal is good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Gets it past the marker. There he goes. Touchdown, Miami. He got a step and just dusted the field. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught in the backfield. It's Tootin. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To the air on first down. Hauls it in.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Off play action. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Hurricane. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Nevada. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And what a show we've seen from the man behind center. And he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch, candidly, Jesse.
I think there were high expectations for this guy coming into the year, but I don't know if anyone thought it would look this good. He has been so dialed in today. When he's doing the work during the week leading up to the game, boy, oh boy, it shows up on game day. He's got a lot of talent, but you combine the mental approach to that talent, and this guy's virtually unstoppable.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Got a man. It's Johns. Turning it on. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Canes will have it 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. They'll run play action. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. They got Zippo Zilch on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Here we go. Back to pass on 2nd down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it down the right side. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Right down the middle. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Nah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting, keep throwing the football, try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense.
He's going to throw deep right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 30.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Under fire. To the 10. Got enough space. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another 1st down. This guy can do that a lot.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.